inkproducts.com has now released its latest refill kit for the new Epsons, the Workforce 7710, 7720, and the 7210. It now has the extra large, actually the triple size 254 black cartridge, and then it has the XL color cartridges. Very simple to fill, extremely simple. Actually, if you put all three of these together, that's why I call it the triple size. It holds a lot of ink. Has the newest CISS smart chips and their XL chips here, and this is the XXL chip. So I'm going to show you in the video how simple it is to fill it. Now, basically, when you get it, it's going to have two plugs. This plug is in the air hole. We don't want that in. We don't want that in. We're printing or filling. Now, the reason why we do that in case you want to store it, or if you break this plug, you'll have this plug as a backup. Same thing on the black. Now with the kit, you're going to get filling tips, safety tips, but also we're going to show you how to test the cartridge to make sure the ink is flowing properly, because a lot of people say, oh, the cartridge is not working. This is basically a plastic box. If ink is in there, it's got to come out. It's got a nice micro screen here to protect it so no particles can get into the print head. So I'm going to show you how you do it after you fill it. Now in all the videos for the refill kits, you see I always take an old cardboard box and I cut it out so it'll hold my ink, so it doesn't get knocked over. As you're filling, you can't, sometimes accidents happen, you might knock the bottle over and it spills all over. Well, I put it in a little box that I make like that, and this way I'll take the cap off and it holds it while I'm filling the cartridge. Okay, now I took out this plug. Now I'll take the other one out. Okay, then I've got the injector. Now I'll take the cap off the yellow. And I'm going to go in there and fill up the yellow. You want to have some paper towels handy. Now, if you don't want to get ink on your fingers, wear rubber gloves. But basically, here's the fill hole. You go right on in there. Keep filling slow. Take your time. Always tip it. There you go. When it's almost full, now I'll stop. Wipe that off. I'll put that plug back in. Return the ink. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it like this. There's a seal right here. Don't take that seal off, but I want you to break it. So when it goes in the printer, see, it goes through that seal, like that. But now I'm going to put the injector in there and pull back. I pulled back about 2 milliliters of ink. So now that tells me the ink is flowing. Now I can take this ink and I can return it back to the cartridge. There you go. Put the plug back in. That's it. That's all I had to do. You do the same thing with the black, the cyan, and the magenta. Now what's going to happen as you print along, it's going to come up and say, cannot recognize. And you take it out, whatever color that is, and you fill it back up. It's as simple as that. Now the black, like I said, that's like 3 of the XLs. So that holds a lot. Now if you see where it says 252 XL, that's because we didn't have the labels in time for the 254. So okay, this screen will pop up because you're not using genuine Epson. So all you're going to do is go down the bottom and hit continue, and then you'll be able to use it. Now you notice, a lot of people don't know this. This is your maintenance box around the back. It's a brand new machine. I just unboxed it. It's already used that much from the priming and the cleanings that the printer does when you first get it. The box is around the back. We sell a chip resetter in a box, or you can reset the chip on the Epson box. I'll show you that in a second. Box with the chip on the side. Now we also have a replacement chip and box too if you wanted to get that. But you can take the Epson, get our chip resetter, lay it down. When it says that it's full, you can come over here and reset the chip. Now, let me point this out. It's not full. It never will be full. It's just a way for them to make revenue, sell you a new box. You can pop this off here, and then you can see in there, there's only little cotton pads like, and the ink gets squirted in there, and then the liquid evaporates and only leaves the dye behind. So why throw this box away? Just because a dumb chip told you that it was full of ink, which it's not? Now I took the top off. There it is. That's all that's in there. These are like little cotton pads. Some people put a little bottle in there and it catches it, but you really don't have to. Because what happens is, as it's like your frost-free refrigerator, the liquid goes right down in here. And then over time, it starts to evaporate. Now, it does leave a little gooey mess down there, but it's not going to flow over the top, spill all over your table. And then these things you can snap back on again. There, and then just put it back in. There's the chip. There again, should something happen to the chip, you can get our chip in our box. You carry the resetter for the box, so you can get everything you need to keep the printer running. Because once it shows it's full, you cannot use that printer. So bear that in mind. Make sure you have a plan, because someday you're going to be printing along, it's going to pop up, and then you're not going to be able to print till you get either go buy another box. I don't know what they're selling for Epson, but I'm sure they're quite a bit of money. This is Ultra Pro Pigment ink. We have Ultra Pro Sublimation ink, which most of the time does not require profiling.